So when I bought my P238, my 6-hour P238, uh, the, I decided to go with the Hornady Critical Defense. I've heard a lot of really good things about this load specifically. I had watched countless YouTube videos to figure out what the penetration looked like, if there was a bunch of over penetration. With 380 and 9 mil rounds, not so much. I mean, not as much obviously as 40 or 45, right? But it's still a consideration. Well, the thing I like about the Hornady Critical Defense is that even though you might, from what I've seen at least in ballistic gel and whatnot, and shooting into plasterboard and whatnot, you might have a tiny bit of over penetration. It usually isn't as dramatic as using like FMJ, if you have a full metal jacket for your self-defense round, which I don't understand personally, but it's cheap. And honestly, it's not going to matter a whole lot if I were to empty a magazine into you with FMJ. You're probably not going to like it just as much as you wouldn't like it with a critical defense or a self-defense round, something like the Hornady. So it's all really subjective. I wouldn't want to get shot with either one, but this, I think, mushroom's a little bit better. And in a 380 round, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I mean, it's lower velocity, lower penetration. So what I look for is the transfer of kinetic energy from the round, from the bullet itself, into whatever medium it's being shot into. So if that's a person, a shoulder, legs, chest, vital organs, I want to make sure that the mushroom that is occurring from that round, right, is going to be great enough where it's transferring most of the kinetic energy from the powder into the assailant. So definitely worth getting. I think that it was like $26 for that box. It might be a little bit more, but for 25, I have two magazines that I carry with me at all times. One is in my P238, and I'm a +1 type of guy, and the other just sits in my pocket just in case of emergency, right? So I mean, I'm trying to think here. These are a 7, yeah, I believe it's 7 rounds. So I'm carrying 15 rounds at any one point in time, and then I usually keep these in my backpack just as a backup in case. So definitely good stuff, pretty inexpensive, and I mean, I would look on YouTube. I mean, far be it for me to try to endorse other people's pages because then it just redirects my traffic. But definitely go out and look. There is a ton, like 9 million videos on critical defense, Hornady's critical defense, on what it does to ballistic gel and everything like that. Definitely worth understanding how over penetration works with different types of ammunition, so that way you can choose an acceptable round and also balance that out with the weapon that you decide to use for concealed carry or home defense.